Hey guys, welcome back from the road with Robert. It's been a while. Let me go ahead and catch you up with what's been going on. It is a windy day today, as you can see behind me. Those bushes and trees are blowing around. But let's go ahead without further ado and get into it. Oh, Das. No. We caught you. We caught you on camera. Scratching the furniture. Yeah, you. Don't ignore me. The world can see you right now. But you're still cute. Oh. Hi. You wanna be nice to the camera, huh? Today. You in a good mood? Yeah. Let me see why you're probably meowing at me. Probably because your food and water needs topped off. Anyway, you're not the star of the show today. Sorry, Doss. Alright. Well, let's get into it. So, I am back at South Beach at the Thousand Trails Resort here just south of Newport, Oregon. And I left here and we went to Pacific City, Tillamook, and then we headed inland. And I haven't made a video in a while. I just, needed to get the juices, the creative juices flowing again. And my whole idea was to get up to, Sisters, Oregon, Bend, Oregon, in that direction. And I was going to make a video and be like, oh, look, all this free camping. It was just insanely hot. And when I get hot, I am not the nicest person to be around and I get irritable. We do have air conditioning. In fact, we have this brand new unit. There's a video coming on that next and how it performed and the adjustments that I made to hopefully make it do better. But this is a 24 volt DC unit. Runs off batteries, not the AC side of the power. The grid connection, the inverter. But we're not going to get into that today. That is not why I'm doing this video. Why I'm doing this video, and I wanted to make sure that I did get my money back on this first before I told you guys what was going on. But if I walk right over here, you can probably guess by the title of the video. I'm not even sure that you guys can see it. You see that little chip there? There's more than a chip. And it kind of sucks that you can't really see it. But that is a crack going there it is. Went all the way down the windshield. And there's a second one too. Sucks that you guys can't really see it. Let me try to take you guys outside real quick and see if you can see it out there. Well, that didn't work, so I'm just going to show you guys the forest instead. I will throw in a picture right here so you guys can see it that I did get showing the crack. It was started off really small, it got really big. That was a teeny little rock chip, like the size of an ant, if that. I mean, it was really teeny. And what happened is when I was down in Florence there at the, the campground with the Thousand Trails with the pool, the big outdoor pool that I showed you guys. Well, when I was down there, I called Safelite and they were like, sure, we'll come and do an RV. We'll fill it in. We'll come right to you where you're at. I'm like, okay, perfect. How much? It was like $179 and then included 2 rock chips. It's like, okay, that's okay. That's not bad considering it's a motorhome, I guess. Me not knowing 100% if that was good or not. But they come out and did their job. Like, they filled the resin. There was one... Here, let me walk up there. There was one somewhere in this windshield. I mean, you can't even see it. They fixed it. This one stayed fixed. This one, I'm going to try to step back. Yeah, there. You might be able to see it just about there. The reflection right there. Anyway, it was raining. That was concerning. And I know a thing or two about rock chip repairs. You're not really supposed to interact there in the rain and the cold and all that kind of stuff. I was like, sure, I got it, no worries. He does his thing, puts his little mount thing on it, and lets it sit there, and the thing falls off. Puts it back, he does it again. Chips out all the whatever's in the windshield. I don't know. I was barely paying attention, but he puts it back on. It sits it there. It's all filled in. Good to go, I guess. But I could still see it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's kind of how it is." But here's the thing: I have another chip that the guy didn't want to repair because he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to be able to do much with that. It's too close to the edge. I'm going to crack the windshield." So that's why we picked that one as the second one. That was the size of a grain of rice. So that I got, my 2 rock chippers repaired because the price included 2. So anyway, he gets the repair all done, and let me go ahead and turn the camera back to myself real quick. So he gets the repair all done, and he's like, "Okay, it's all fixed. It should work." I'm like, "Do I need to take any precautions?" He's like, "No, no, you're fine." Not even 24 hours later, I wake up, I go to open the blinds. There's a little crack. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, heck no, you're kidding me." So I try to reach out to them. They're impossible to get a hold of. So I go ahead and finally get a hold of customer service. And they're like, "Oh yeah, well, small print, the website, it'll tell you, like, if we crack it, then, there's a possibility it might crack." But I was like, "No, well, your guy was negligent. It was raining, and the weather wasn't good, and it was on a curve." That was the other thing too. So I was like, "You shouldn't have even done the repair." And they're like, "Well, they pretty much told me that they know best, and offered to replace the windshield." I was like, "Okay, great." I was like, "At the cost to me though." So I was like, "Okay, not so great. How much?" They're like, "Oh, it's like after, we'll put the credit from the rock chip repair and it'll be like $375. I'm like, "Okay, let me call around real quick." So I call around, and the price of quotes I get from places, these windshields on these motorhomes are insanely expensive. I'm talking like $1,500 a side. And every place I called, the price just went up a little bit more. So I called them back, and I'm like, "Well, this seems like a great deal. I mean, so let's go ahead and set up an appointment." I'm like, "When can you get somebody back out?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, about that." Oh, sorry, I'm blocking the camera. "About that, we can't send somebody out. We don't have anybody available." I was like, "Well, when do you have somebody?" I was like, maybe not right now." "Oh no, we never have any. We don't send people on site for motorhome repairs." Well, and I was like, "Well, you just send somebody out for rock chip." He's like, "Yeah, we don't normally do that." I was like, "Why did you guys set up the appointment? You knew I had a motorhome. Why did you even do the repair in the first place?" So I was like, "Okay, where's the nearest place?" I was like, "Because it's in Eugene, and that's a couple hours away." I was like, "I could do that." "Oh yeah, sorry, they don't do them." "Okay, what's the next location?" A little bit further in the other direction. "Oh yeah, they don't do them." So I was like, "Okay, so you guys cracked my windshield. You can't do the repair because nowhere in the location does them, and you can't send somebody out, so I'm just screwed. I paid you to crack my windshield." So they finally found somewhere, supposedly, and we got it all set up. It was in Kaiser, Oregon, so up near Portland and Salem area. So, geez, my arm is getting tired. Let me flip to the other side. I'll be right back. Okay, flip to the other side. All right, so they told me that Kaiser, Oregon is the location that could do the repair. So I was like, "Okay, well, let's get that set up." "Oh, they can't do it for like a month." "Okay, let's just get the damn thing set up so I can get it replaced before it gets worse." So they get it set up. I literally went weeks. 2 days before the repair, after they told me that it was going to take a while to get the glass in, and that's why they couldn't do the appointment. 2 days before the appointment, they called me and told me, "Oh yeah, we don't do motorhomes. Sorry, you're out of luck." You got to be freaking shitting me. So at that point, I'm like, "Okay, well, obviously we got to deal with the fact that you cracked it. So what are you going to do for it?" "Oh, well, we could just refund you." So I had to reach out to the Better Business Bureau twice to get them to initiate that refund. And then I still had to bug the crap out of them to get them to send it back to me. So I got my refund, but it's like I paid them to crack my windshield, got my money back, and I'm way worse off, and it's just ridiculous. So the plan is, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have a plan right now for that. I just know it's expensive. I may look at insurance options, and then we'll just we'll have to wait a while, but we'll just kind of go from there. I don't know how that works. But for right now, I have a nice crack in my windshield, and I can't do anything about it. Everywhere else wants stupid money, and I don't have stupid money, and I feel like I shouldn't have to pay stupid money. So the moral of the story is, one, don't trust Safelite with a motorhome. Absolutely do not take a motorhome to Safelite. Do not call Safelite at all with a motorhome. They do not officially do motorhomes anymore, and it's clear that their guys have no clue what they're doing when it comes to these curved specialized windshields. So yeah, thank you, Safelite. Screw you guys. So what I'm going to do now is just wait it out. That's all I really can do. These are expensive. Luckily, you can't really see it. Two, I'm in a place where they don't really care. It's not in my driving view. It's an eyesore. I mean, and it will get worse eventually, but what can you do? I don't have $3,000 laying around to replace the entire windshield, or $1,500 if I just do one side. And that's starting at, so I don't even know that would be the total. So moral of the story, yeah, don't go with Safelite. Anyway, that's kind of what I want to jump on and just give you guys the warning on that. Yeah, and make sure you're covered for glass coverage, because at least it wouldn't have cost me for them to break my windshield. And come to think of it, if they'd broken it, then there would have been an insurance claim to find somewhere else to do it to get it all squared away, and the insurance probably would never have suggested Safelite in the first place with an RV. It is what it is. You live, you learn. But moral of the fact is, I had a rice grain sized crack in that thing, a chip that had been there for the past couple of years, and now it's an entire huge crack. So that angers me, yes. But yeah, thanks a lot, Safelite. Yeah, you guys could do one. Okay, well, I think I've kind of talked about that enough. I'll just show you guys around a little bit here. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, so this is, I think the last time I was at this campground, we were up on the hill, and it was a little different. But down here, the ocean is right through those trees, and there's a big forest right here. So it's definitely beautiful. Big tall trees. My roof is going to be dirty when I pull out of here. Next week, we're heading back down towards Florence. We're going to do a little boondocking. I'm going to go back to that beachfront area that I camped at. But we're going to have to clean that roof because it's probably got tree sap and goodness knows what else all over it. And I need the solar panels. So, this is the campground. Here's our neighbors through here. Here's the back of the spot. It's not the biggest spot in the world. Well, I mean, it's pretty sizable. I mean, you got all this. And then parking up the front, and I think I showed you guys this is just the aisle with all the RVs, with the beach access. Anyway, I think this is one of the monthly sites or the yearly sites, they were telling me. So they've been trying to rent this one out. I don't know how much exactly. I think it's like $7 grand. I mean, I guess it could work if you wanted to live here full time, but I really think they have restrictions on that too, and to how much you can actually use it, because this would be cool. But we are working with the AT&T here, the Verizon, the Starlink, and well, the Starlink wouldn't work with the trees anyway. It could work, I just don't want to pay for it, as you guys know. The T-Mobile, the Verizon is a no-go here. The AT&T is working fantastically though. We're getting decent speeds. I'm able to work, we're able to watch TV and all that stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna jump off of here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for your comments, subscriptions, people that have been with me a long time. Consider subscribing. Smash that like button. That really helps the algorithm and puts the video out to more people. And that's a free way you can help the channel. And then I also have, if you want to buy me a coffee or appreciate my work, don't have to, purely optional. There's a link in the description. Feel free to use it. Feel free not to use it. Anyway, I will see you guys on the next video. Alright, from me and Doss here at From the Road with Robert, peace out.